One of the things that possessed me to take this case was just the humiliation of getting on a school bus and everyone making fun of you for smelling like hogs or waste. Those stories broke my heart. In the 1960s, 1970s, and the early 1980s, the number of individual farmers in North Carolina, and for that matter throughout the country, began significantly decreasing. And these CAFOs, concentrated animal feeding operations, that housed thousands of hogs, started being built one after another. There were no regulations, so you could have an absolutely beautiful community, and all of a sudden up pops 3 hog buildings. And that would mean that all of a sudden you couldn't go out in your homes without smelling the hog waste or be bothered by the flies or the buzzards. So these were the circumstances that had been ongoing for 20 to 30 years when in 2013 we looked at these cases and decided it was something that we were going to try to help the residents down there with. So we filed 500 or so individual claims for private nuisance. We didn't bring the claims for personal injury, but we did ask just to give them the right to use and enjoy their property, to be able to have clean water and smell fresh air. Of those over 500 individual claims that we filed, less than 10 were not Black or African American. So clearly where the CAFOs were placed were in communities where there was less resistance or less ability to resist. It was an extremely politically tumultuous time, I would say. The legislature had before it one bill after another. Smithfield spent millions of dollars. There were all kinds of acts of intimidation. Our clients were attacked, and we were followed. The trials began in 2018. We were very fortunate. We had 3 verdicts, and they were significant. The juries found in each one not only compensatory but punitive damages, and the awards for a very few people exceeded $500 million. Because we had been successful in the first 3 cases, they changed their trial tactics, and this time, rather than having the scorched earth philosophy that they had not done anything wrong, they talked about and put evidence into the record about the changes they had made and planned to continue making. The industry, specifically Smithfield, began talking about putting the waste, instead of spraying it in the air, closer to the ground. There was testimony about refrigerated units. The trucks weren't coming at the same time. There were changes made where the trucks didn't come all day or all night. So I'm very hopeful in the future that not just Smithfield, but any of the other industries will adopt the type of new technologies that we've known for 30 or more years are out there. This case stands for what public justice believes in and does. As lawyers, we can really make a difference if we bind together and we stick together and we stay focused on what we do.